Hey again everyone, I'm back here with the video I have been promising for my past few videos, my second movie recommendation. If you know or didn't know, whatever, my first movie recommendation was Planes, Trains and Automobiles, and this time I give you Equilibrium. I believe it's called that. I always used to call it Equilibrium, but I might have been saying it wrong, so I will call it Equilibrium. As you can see, I have the DVD. It's got this film stars Christian Bale and Taye Diggs. So basically, the plot of this is it's set after a fictional Third World War in Libya, and it's the government who's come to power is a totalitarian government, and they believe that emotion is the cause of all chaos. So basically, they prescribe every citizen a drug to suppress their emotions, and basically, yeah, they don't feel any emotions, so therefore no chaos can come from it. To help with eradicating all emotions and such, a lot of things are banned that can trigger emotions. For example, music, pictures, art, any form of entertainment, TV. There's one scene where Christian Bale's son in the film is watching TV, and it's just a figure known as Father who gives speeches and such, informing people of how to live their life and stuff like that. So they don't get any form of entertainment because that can drive emotion from people. Basically, it can sound a bit far-fetched, but I suppose if you think about it really, I guess it can make sense, because with emotion driving things, it can lead to conflicts and debates really. And basically I suppose what they want to do in this film is just eradicate all that, so therefore there's no more wars or conflicts. With any sort of new regime, I suppose you get rebels, and you do so in this film. I'll leave it at that. But anyway, it says on the front cover here, if you love The Matrix, then this is a must. So I suppose there's a few comparisons to The Matrix, really. To be honest, I haven't watched this film in a few years, but I really enjoyed it. The only sort of real comparison, as far as I can remember off the top of my head, is probably, if you can see it, the long sort of trench coat that Christian Bale and Taye Diggs have there. And that's about it really, but to be honest, the plot is, I believe, somewhat different to The Matrix. And I suppose a lot of the gunfights and stuff possibly can be similar to The Matrix, if you look at it that way. But I didn't feel that when I first saw this. The reason I recommend this is because story's pretty good, and you know, as you know, probably know, if you watched my video about the Oscars, I was really glad when Christian Bale won an Oscar, so I'm a fan of Christian Bale as well. I always remember when this film, I first saw it on Sky TV, and I remember that this was back when I was in high school. Every time it was on, I'm speaking like most literally every time it was on, I used to watch it, and people at school used to think I was nuts about this film, blah blah blah. I suppose at the time I was. The thing that drew me to it was the gunfights in it, as I've just mentioned, are really good. I mean, it can be a bit over the top, but it feels pretty badass, really. Badass. Why did I say it like an American? Anyway, yeah, pretty badass. I think I quite like the soundtrack as well. They don't use any sort of, you know, I'll just say it's basically a soundtrack made for the film, really. There's no, you know what I mean, popular music in it or something like that. It's all just its own soundtrack, and I quite liked it, really. So anyway, I think Christian Bale gives a great performance in this film. It's basically the first film I saw of his. Yeah, I think it was really the first film of his I saw. And then another thing that drew me to it was when I first saw it, the news had just broken that he was going to be cast as Batman in Batman Begins. So I thought, check it out, see what it's like, and the film itself was good. And yeah, basically I really enjoy this film. I think I must definitely watch it again when I get some proper free time, as I'm very busy at the moment. But yeah, I would recommend this. If you want an action film with gunfights, good acting, if you're interested in that. Yeah, futuristic setting, fictional stuff. Think that, yeah, there's a couple of sword fights as well, so that's pretty good if you like that. But yeah, I would recommend this. It's a decent watch, at least. I might be a bit biased, but I would give it at least a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this film. So anyway, I hope that's been somewhat of a good movie recommendation. If you've seen it already, post your comments below. Seriously, come on, let's all get involved here. If you haven't seen it and you're able to get hold of it, I would recommend watching it as the point to this whole video. So yeah, I have brought you my second movie recommendation, as I said I would, and I hope it's been informative, and thank you for watching again. I hope to see you all again sooner rather than later, as I always say in my next video. So thanks again, all subscribers, thank you, all new viewers, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. All the best.